Hi everyone. In this quick tutorial, I will show you exactly how to update your local n8n instance to version 1.88, the version that includes the powerful new native MCP node support. Prior to this version, if you wanted to use MCP node, you had to install MCP community node. n8n just released a version that supports native MCP nodes. They have added two new nodes. One is MCP client tool and the other is MCP server trigger. We will be walking through the steps for a Docker installation using Docker compose.yml configuration file. Let me show you my current n8n installation version. Here I am on my local n8n installation. To see the version information, click on this symbol here. Here on top, it will show you the current version and how many versions were released after your current version. Here it is showing me my version is 1.84.1, which was released 3 weeks ago and is 4 versions behind the latest version. Here it is showing the latest version information, version 1.88.0 released 17 hours ago. We are going to update our version now to the latest version 1.88 so that we will be able to use the native MCP nodes. Let us see what we will get if we type in MCP by selecting a new workflow. Click on the plus sign here and then select workflow option. Click on this plus sign and then type in MCP in the search bar. We are seeing MCP client and there is a symbol beside that. If you hover over that symbol, it is showing that this is a node from the community which is part of n8n nodes MCP package. This is my Docker desktop and here it is showing me the current running containers. I'm using self-hosted AI starter kit package. First we are going to edit the Docker compose configuration file. Let us open the command prompt. Let me type in C there and then we see this command prompt. Click on that one. I want to go to the project directory. I'm going to type in dir command here to see a listing of the directories. I have this self-hosted AI starter kit, which is the project directory. Let me navigate to the project directory where the Docker compose configuration file is stored. I just typed in cd space self star and press enter. Here I am in the project directory. Your project directory location depends on your n8n installation. You can do a search for file docker-compose.yml to find its location. You can also enter the command docker space compose space ls and hit enter. It will show you the project name and also it will show you the location of the configuration file. Here you can see it is in this directory. The docker-compose.yml is the configuration file name. You can open the configuration file using any text editor. I'm going to use Notepad. I just typed Notepad and the Docker compose file name and hit enter. Here is the Docker compose file. So here it says the image will be the latest image. We don't need to modify anything here. We can close this file now. If you don't find the docker-compose.yml file, I have provided a template file that you can download and modify as per your requirements. First we are going to pull the n8n latest image. Enter this command to pull the latest image. It says it has downloaded the newer image for n8n. Now we will stop the Docker containers and remove them. Type in docker space compose space down and hit enter. It has removed the n8n container and few other containers. Now we will build and start new containers which includes the latest n8n image. Type in docker space compose space up space -d and hit enter. Here we can see it started successfully. Now let us go to our n8n installation and verify the version first. Here I am going to my local n8n installation. Click on this question mark and then click on this about n8n option. Here it is showing us the latest version 1.88. It has updated successfully. Click on this close button. Now click on this plus sign and then select the workflow option. Click on this plus sign again and then type in MCP in the search bar. You can see we got this MCP server trigger which is the native MCP node. You can also see the old MCP client which we installed through the community node. I made a separate video on how to install the MCP community node. You can refer to the video link in the description. Now let us see how to access the native MCP client node. First we will select an AI agent node. Click on this one, then click on the back to canvas button. Here AI agent node is functioning like a host which can connect to a client. So click on this plus sign in the tool component. Now we are seeing this MCP client tool. There are differences between the new native MCP client node and the community MCP node. Major difference is native MCP client tool supports only SSC connection to an MCP server. The SSC is the server side event. Go back to the canvas. Again click on this plus sign and search for MCP, and this time let us select the MCP client tool. As you can see, this is from the community node, and here you see a different way to connect to the MCP server. In the credential to connect with field, click in this drop down box and then select create new credential. Here you can see with the older community client node you can connect in two ways. One is the command line and the other one is server side events. As I mentioned earlier, this is the major difference between these two client tools. Here you have both options, whereas in the native MCP client you will get only server side event option. The reason this is important is not all MCP servers on the GitHub repository support SSC connection. As we scroll down, you can see there are several MCP servers here and new servers get added here. If we click on any one to see further details about that MCP server, let us scroll down, and here you can see this is the way you can connect to the MCP server. This does not include the SSC connection. This means that you cannot connect to this MCP server using the native MCP client tool, but you will be able to connect with the community MCP client tool. If you need help building automated lead generations, setting up cold email machines for your marketing campaigns, please reach out to me. If you found this video useful, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know in the comment section if there is any specific topic you want to be covered. Bye until next video.